Hi everybody, welcome to Bede Sisters. I'm Kay and welcome to Lake Greenwood. I am actually sitting in the bedroom at the lake house. You can see out the window, but it's raining today so you can't see very much. The lake is kind of right here and you can see some flowers out here. And yeah, we came up just for one night. We actually are having some foundation problems here, so we're meeting with the foundation guy this afternoon, actually in about an hour. So I thought I would record while I have a chance. My husband is in the other room watching Wild Wild West, and my daughter's gone shopping, so I said, you know what, let's see if I can set up in the bedroom. I forgot my tripod, so you are sitting on top of a stack of books, and I am sitting in a chair in a very narrow spot between the dresser and the bed. This room is really small. So anyway, welcome. I'm glad you're here. I've actually finished some stuff. It's been forever, right? So I should have. So I'll tell you about stuff I finished, stuff I'm working on. I'll even mention what I'm wearing because these are finishes from a little while back. From last couple of years, this one last year and this one maybe a couple years ago. It's chilly in here, although it's getting warmer, which is why I'm wearing a hat in the house. When we first got here, it was really cold in here. So we've got our heat turned on, but also we have a gas fireplace which is switched on too, so it's helping quite a bit. Well, let's start with what I'm wearing. This is the Belafonte hat by, I think it's Black Cat Knits in New Zealand. I got the yarn and the pattern from the designer at the shop in Auckland, New Zealand. If I could think of the name of the shop, I'd tell you. But anyway, it's in Auckland. If you're in Auckland, check it out. It's a beautiful shop. It's small, but it's jam-packed and gorgeous. The other thing I'm wearing is the Tea with Jam and Bread. This is by Heidi Kiermaier, and it has pockets. See if I can, it's really narrow here, so let me see if I can stand up. But you can see it has pockets. It's the first time I've done pockets on, maybe on anything, definitely on a sweater. So, and it feels really good. It's been, temperatures have been all over the place. We've been up in the into the 70s, like upper 70s, and then today it's probably not going to get out of the 40s. It almost certainly won't get out of the 40s here. It might hit 50 at our house. We're about an hour and a half north of where we live when we come up here. So yeah, staying in the 40s and raining. By next weekend, I think we'll be back in the 70s. South Carolina in March, could be anything. So let's talk about what I have finished. It's not a lot, but it is a little bit. I finished another one for the Road Socks by Corrine Walcher. So can you see? Is that focusing a little bit? And the yarn is from Hypnotic Yarn. It was in the Christmas Eve cast on box. I think there's a difference from one sock to the other. This one seems a little bit darker than this one, but I don't know that anybody would notice, certainly not down in my shoes. It's only when I'm holding them right next to each other and studying it that it's noticeable at all. Very happy with these, looking forward to wearing them. I actually finished these probably a couple weeks ago. I just haven't had a chance to record and tell you about them, so I like that. Again, another one for the Red Sox by Corrine Walcher, and the yarn is from Hypnotic Yarn. Oh, I forgot to look this one up. I'll look it up and put the name of the pattern. This is from Helen Stewart's Knit Vent last year, so it's the 2023 Knit Vent. Can you see? I might try to get a better picture, but isn't that lace gorgeous in this? I am really digging the lace in this. Heavier weight. It's a worsted weight, I think, or DK. I think it's a worsted weight. Tweedy yarn, and I'm just blown away with how much I love this. So yeah, this was really fun to do. It wasn't difficult. It just took me a while because I was busy doing other things, but I'm really excited about this one. This is Erin Moore, I think is the yarn. Again, I meant to look it up and then I failed to do that. That's better, I think. Can you see it now? I can't tell if it's focusing. I'm just really, really happy with this. I love it. I started off thinking it might be a gift, but I'm not sure. I don't know if I can let go of that one. So, name down here, Helen Stewart Knit Vent, but I can't remember the name of the shawl. Love it though. I would encourage you, if you have some tweedy yarn and you're not sure what to do with it, at least try swatching a lace pattern. I'm surprised at the projects I've seen recently that look great in a tweedy yarn. I'm really quite surprised. I don't think you'd want anything super delicate and detailed. I don't think that would work. But a fairly basic lace pattern like this, I love it in this yarn. And it's got a little bit of tooth to it, so it just blocked like crazy. I just love it. Very happy with that one. I have just started a new thing because I finished 2 things. I get to start something new, right? It's one that I know you've seen. It's the Weekender by Andrea Mowry. So this pattern's been out for a while. I'll show you that one. I don't think I'm going to change my mind on what I'm making. I've been wanting to make a sweater or pullover or something out of some of my yarn. And so I am I'm trying to get it out of here without causing a problem. I've just started swatching. This is my worsted weight, Columbia Worsted, in the red velvet cake colorway. And the light is kind of rough to deal with in here. Can I pull it back? I don't know. Maybe. It's just not wanting to focus very well. I will get a picture and put it up there for you, but it's the red velvet cake yarn. I don't know if this light is doing it justice. That's not terrible, but yeah, it's just this tonal, deep, chocolatey red. And I've been wanting to make something for myself out of this yarn. And I love the tonal reds in it. So my swatch, and again, you might not be able to see it very well. I started on US 10 and I've gone down to a 9. I'm hoping that that's gonna work okay. So I don't have a ton of options. I've got some 8s, but I'm not sure I have the right size. I'll have to put together some from an interchangeable set, which is not terrible, but I will need to do that when I get home. I didn't bring it all with me, but I figured I could at least swatch. So this is a bag from a few years ago. My husband got it for me for my birthday. It is from Jan Smiley, who is no longer in business, but if you follow her on social media, she's been doing quite a bit of weaving, and her weaving skills are off the charts these days. She was kind of beginner learning just in fairly recent years, and she's just amazing. So let me show you the tag. If one of these ever comes up in a D-stash, go for a Jan Smiley bag. She is fantastic, very well made, and just feels luxurious. I have several Jan Smiley bags and I love them. All right, what else do I want to tell you? Oh, I was looking for something to read prior to our trip to Argentina. We're actually going to Argentina, gosh, we'll be there in 3 weeks. But I was looking for something to read that's set in Argentina, and I found some options, but a lot of them seemed a little, the fiction ones seemed a little dark, and so you're gonna laugh at me because I didn't choose those, but I did choose a nonfiction, which is probably darker than the other ones, frankly. Hunting Eichmann. So this is the true story of chasing down, it says, chasing down the world's most notorious Nazi. And so it's the story of how they found him in Argentina. I like reading a book that takes place in whatever place I'm going to. Some of my favorites over the years were ones that were similar to Under the Tuscan Sun in Italy. what's the other one that I love so much? A Year in Provence, where it's someone moving from another country into someplace else and adjusting to life there, maybe building a house or renovating a house. So those are two that I liked. There's one called the Caliph's House that's set in Morocco. There is one called, I think it's called At the Beach, that's set in the Caribbean. All similar, people deciding to move to these other countries. There was another one that was similar, and I'm drawing a blank, I can't remember where it was, but I really do enjoy those. So if you know of something similar to that in Argentina, any part of Buenos Aires specifically, but any part of Argentina, let me know. I would love to read something like that, but a lot of them just seem like they might be upsetting. This one is in a way, but the fact that he was caught and brought to justice, I think, will make up for some of that. So what are you reading right now? Do you have any recommendations? I did not have a bookmark. I've only read the first chapter. I started reading last night. But when I got here, I thought, oh, I need to get a bookmark. And when I was setting up my camera, did I say, you're sitting on top of some books? And I was like, what is that metal thing sticking out? It's a bookmark. Oh, my word. Isn't that pretty? Which I'm sure a friend gave me. It doesn't have any information on it, so I'm just going to say thank you to whoever gave it to me because it's lovely. I actually can kind of hook it over the page potentially, although I'm not going to do that right now. Well, I think I'm actually going to finish up right now. I may be able to add in some other footage for stuff that we're doing, but I just wanted to catch up a little bit. I also am going to let you know that I've got some things in the shop. I didn't bring stuff with me to show you, but there are some kits for the Helen Stewart 24 Birds Mystery Knit Along. That starts in 3 weeks. 3 weeks from yesterday, I think. I think that's right. It's a shawl. It is a 4-skein shawl. So I've got some kits in my shop based on birds, and 5 of them. 5 of the kits are based on birds from the Audubon, is it North American Birds? American Birds? Anyway, Audubon drawings, which are public domain, by the way. The other thing I wanted to include, which is not a North American bird, it's actually an African bird, the lilac-breasted roller. And I couldn't find a public domain photo of one. I may have a photo from our trip some years ago to Africa, and we saw some of these. And I remember asking our guide, what kind of bird is that? Well, our guide is from South Africa, and his accent was not difficult particularly, but he said, it's a rolla. Oh, can you spell that? A rolla? He said, R-O-L-L-E-R. I'm like, oh, roller. So it was a fun conversation. He was very gracious and a really fun and knowledgeable guide. But anyway, that's how I learned about this bird, because it definitely stands out in the landscape of that area because it's so colorful. I'll try to put in a picture, at least the picture that I used. The one that I used was actually AI generated. So I compared it to actual photos, and it's not perfect, but it's very, very close. So one is based on a lilac-breasted rolla, if you were from the area that pronounces it closer to that way. There's one based on a robin, an extinct bird, which is the Carolina parakeet that was native to South Carolina years ago. There's a red sandpiper, or red knot, I think is the name that's used more commonly now. There's a yellow-breasted warbler, I think. So anyway, go check them out. It was really fun putting kits together based on specific birds, so I thought that was kind of fun. The other thing, as of right now, although that'll probably change, a lot of stuff is still on sale. I'm probably going to be adding a permanent sale section in the shop. So I'll be adding stuff that's kind of discontinued or orphan skeins or that kind of thing that I'm going to add to the shop pretty soon. I will see if I can pop in some pictures of the MCAL sets that are currently available. So I hope that you are having a great weekend or week or whenever you are watching this, and I will chat with you again soon.